dickhead. There's a solid white line that was there for a reason. I wasn't going to cross it. Fucking idiot. Alright guys, how you guys doing today? Alright, here's our map set up there. Yeah, so we're on southbound Interstate 5 right now, and getting ready to get on the 205 westbound in, I guess I would call it Lathrop, or locals I think call it Lathrop. I always call it Lathrop. I don't know why they call it Lathrop, because it doesn't seem to fit the linguistic rules, or English linguistic rules to call it that, I guess I would say. I don't know. So it makes me curious about that one. Alright, so anyway, today is the 22nd of October. It is currently 3:41 in the morning, 3:42, whatever now. Alright, we're on our way to make a delivery to the Costco distribution center over here in Tracy. I forgot again to take a look at when I was last here. It couldn't have been more than a few months or so ago. Yeah, it wasn't that long ago at all. In fact, I think it was one of my first loads that I had with this new Geotab system, and I haven't had this Geotab for very long. Alright, so we're coming in from a different direction though. Usually when I come into Costco and we're actually coming to Tracy, I usually come from the south. It's more often than not I'm picking up the load from maybe Olathe, Kansas, or somewhere else that is not any further north than there. And I usually take the Interstate 40 route across, and perhaps we'll end we'll actually do a 10-hour or whatever break at my house, and then run it up here when it's time to deliver or something. But this time around, the load is coming from Grand Island, Nebraska, the JBS plant. Yeah, I hope you guys already saw that video. If not, check it out. I had some different things I talked about on that one. Went on a little bit on the long side. I think it, the arrival part of that video took a little longer than I expected it to take. Alright, anyway though. Alright, so, meanwhile on this one, I'm going to beat the dead horse a little bit here. I'm going to put this to bed, but I want to beat the dead horse just a little bit more before we call it done. That would be the issue with my 14-hour clock violation that I had. That video I posted about it. That was a delivery in Harrisonville, Missouri. It wasn't long ago at all. A good number of you guys actually commented on it too. Had some good participation on there. Okay, so going back to that. Just some little other details here that are worth merit mention. I'll say. All right, so looking literally at the split sleeper rule from the FMCSA site, I can see why everybody is saying that you have to do minimum 7-hour sleeper berth, no ifs, ands, or buts. Taken literally like that. Okay, that's not the concern I have, though. And this is what I don't think anybody's really truly understanding is, because you can only see my logs in hindsight with what already is there days afterward, or the following day. The day in question was October 14th. Now, to refresh you, I went on duty to start my day at 3:05 in the morning. So my 14-hour clock without a split would have ended at 17:05. That's Central Time, by the way, or 2 hours earlier because it was here in California. Okay, I did a 4-hour and 48-minute period off duty and sleeper berth period in in Shafter, California, making a delivery. So that basically extended my 14-hour clock, sort of, by 4 hours and 48 minutes. So 17:05 plus 4 hours is 21:05. Add 48 more minutes, that makes 21:53 is when my 14 would have expired. Now, everybody commenting and disagreeing with me is all saying, yeah, well, you didn't do the 7 hours of sleeper berth. Okay, well, here, yeah, and again, this is what my concern is. What's the earliest point in time where you can possibly know that a 7-hour sleeper berth was not completed? That would be 7 hours after I completed my post trip at the end of that shift. So if I completed my, I think I went off duty, I started my post trip at 21:08. And I think around 21:14 is when I went off duty. I was waiting on these guys here. Okay, so 7 hours after 21:14 is the earliest you can possibly say that a 7-hour sleeper berth period was not completed. Or possibly not completed, and on the 15th. Okay, my logs now, yeah, I was off duty for 12 hours in lieu of a 7-hour sleeper berth period, but the issue was, again, when was I actually seeing the violation on my logs, and when you guys can possibly even say that ever even happened, are two totally different times. That's why I'm so adamantly upset about this and convinced that there is something wrong with this system. There is a issue here. And it's not the first time I've had some kind of a glitch with this system here either. Right lane's closed. Right, so wait on this car to go by unless they check it out. I don't know, this guy looks like he's starting to slow down a little bit. Alright, so anyway, there's a difference between finding out after you've already had an opportunity to do a full 7-hour off-duty sleeper, whatever you want to call it, period, and getting this violation merely minutes after completing your post-trip inspection, on the night before that could possibly have even happened. So that's what I'm pissed off about. Why was it flagging me for a violation when I hadn't even left my damn truck yet? When the earliest it should have possibly even given me a chance to give me a violation would have been the 15th at 4:14 in the morning. It was already there as a violation on the 14th at 21:15 or so. Like I say, I stopped my shift with valid clocks. Anyway. That's the whole reason why I'm so fuming mad about that situation here. Alright, yeah, we got a little bit further to go here. Maybe I zoomed in a bit because I'm not used to going this particular route. Okay, I see my exit that I'm looking for. I don't know the name of it, but I see it, and I know that's the one I usually take. Okay, going back to the comments, though, now, one of the more recent ones, shit, I forget the name of the person who put it up there. I'll go ahead and put it up there as a screenshot for you guys, though. There's a part of that comment, though, where it talks about how anything beyond 3 hours, it doesn't know really what your, it doesn't really add more, but in reality, no, I completely disagree with that. My own logs, I can tell you, are proof positive that is inaccurate. And I've done tons and tons of 3.7 and 8.2 splits. Even after the HOS rules changed in 2019. Now, even on that issue in question there, but yeah, I talked about the 4:48 getting added to the 17:05 original 14-hour clock ending. Okay, if that was true, then I would have turned into a pumpkin at 20:05. But that's not what really happened there. My clocks were valid all the way. Well, okay. At what point did it actually declare me in violation? Was at when I did like a little pissant drive status at 17:08, 3 minutes after my original 14 would have expired. So it didn't even count, regardless. And that's what I was saying. It should have counted as not a violation until after I'd done had even a chance to do that 7-hour sleeper berth period, even if that was a legit thing there. So, alright, so fast forward now. Let's go to this load that we're under right now. You guys know, you heard me say earlier, I picked it up in Grand Island, Nebraska. Now, I had done a 34-hour reset in Harrisonville after that Walmart delivery before picking up the Walmart load. Yeah, I mean, before picking up the JBS load, whatever. Okay, so if you guys saw that, I think the JBS pickup, I might have mentioned I spent like 5 hours or something like that in York, Nebraska. I stopped there originally just to get a trailer washout. And, I was tired. I decided, if it's only like 40 miles from here to the shipper, and figured there's a chance my shipper would have the load ready to go before I got there anyway. So I didn't make anything of it. I just decided I'd rather do the vlogging during the daytime hours where you guys actually have some scenery to look at while I'm talking and whatnot, because my drop dead time for that pickup wasn't until like noon or whatever the hell it was anyway. So or late morning, whatever time it was, I can't remember, or 11 o'clock, I don't know. So it really wasn't that big a deal. Alright, so this exit coming up is the one I need here. Let me get zoomed in a little bit more here. Alright, so I did 5-hour plus break there. I went on duty at, I don't even remember, like 2200-ish, I don't know, we'll just say 2230, just to be safe. I don't know the exact time, but it was something like 2200 or 2230 or in that ballpark. The night, that same night after I made the delivery in Harrisonville. So, adding in, a normal 14-hour shift without a split, without a split break, whatever you want to call it. Dude, back off. Why do you have to come up on this guy's ass that fast? What good is that going to do you? Alright, I'm hoping I got 2 lanes to work with here for left turns, because I'm going to need to make a left. No, it looks like there's only one. Good, this guy needs to get behind me anyway to move left. Yeah, I had to wait for the signs to show up here to see how many left turn lanes there were. I'd anticipate there possibly being 2 left turns. What is this guy in such a hurry for? Holy shit. And he's making a left turn too. Keep driving like an idiot, dude. You're gonna cause an accident. Alright. Anyway, my 14 would have ended around noon, 12:30, whatever it was that day that I picked up the load. I ended up really shutting down around 6 p.m., something like that, in North Platte, Nebraska. Let's get this turn made real quick. It's a little bit on the slick side here on this bridge here. I could feel my steer tires kind of wanting to slide a little bit there, what you call some understeer, or it was just kind of pulling or whatever, or pushing, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, different surfaces when they're wet definitely react differently. Okay, so we're in the same situation here. This is what I'm trying to get to here. I'm in what you call the bonus period. I mean, I'm well past where my 14-hour clock would have normally ended. I never did a 7+ hour sleeper berth at the prior to that. So it was 3. It was a minimum 2, but not a 7. So it counted as my short break, no matter how long it actually lasted. All right, so hope you guys are following, still following here. Now, when I got to North Platte, after I finished my post-trip inspection, shit, come on. I love it when there's sudden info area. My lane is turning left only. Alright, so yeah, I want to get down a little further here, and then we'll make a left onto Schulte. I think Schulte Road. I think that sounds something along that line. Some people might call it Schulte Road or whatever, Schult. But generally, in proper linguistics, anything with an SCH, it's just kind of gee whiz info for you guys. Anything with an SCH is generally Greek in origin. And Greeks almost always, 98% of the time probably, whenever there's a word that started has SCH, they always pronounce it sk, not sh. Maybe some rare cases where they would pronounce it SH, but it's extremely rare for Greeks to pronounce that anything but sk. That's the reason why I call it Schulte. Okay, it's a green light, dude. Are you making a left or something? Why are we stopping at a green light? Okay. Nice turn signal, dipshit. Nice left turn signal there. Maybe you could let me know a little earlier so we can go around you and not play guessing games what you're doing. Fucking jackass. What kind of stupid trucker doesn't signal? Alright, anyway. Yeah, so I'm well into what you call the bonus period for the 14 hour. Into that split. Get there with a valid clock. Not much of a valid clock left, but it's still valid. When I get shut down there, finish my post-trip inspection, and this will be Schulte coming up here, by the way. First thing I do, I go off duty. Why? Because I'm not going to sleep a berth right away. I want to go inside the building and grab a bite to eat. Or whatever else. Maybe shower or whatever I did. I can't remember. I think I went inside to eat. Alright. So anyway, if the ELD was working the same way in both situations, either it would have already been flagging me for a violation there when I went off duty in North Platte, or it would have not given me a violation on my logs on as soon as I went off duty in Victorville. So again, this is where I have a big ass problem with the way things ended up there. There is something not right about that. Seriously. Alright, so not this light, but the next one, we're going to make a right turn. And we'll go down to the end of that little cul-de-sac there. And we'll have the entrance there, and there'll be a guard shack that we'll hit. Alright, so yeah, I did eventually do a 7 hour... Because actually I was only there in North Platte, I think for 7 hours and 52 minutes or something like that. Before I went back on duty. It was literally just a 7 hour sleeper. I didn't even do a full 10. I had a lot of clock to work with after just 7 hours. Over 8 hours of drive time available, and over 8 hours of 14 hour time as well after that split. I was able to get a pretty good way down the road. I think I ended up in Wamsutter, Wyoming before doing another 2 to 3 whatever hours, but I ended up there for 3 hours, even though I only needed to be there for a little over 2 hours and 10 minutes or so. And ran from there up to ended my shift, and I wasn't expecting to get that far, but I made it all the way over to Tuella, Utah. I was expecting to only get to like Park City, Utah or somewhere by the end of that shift, and then ended up finding out that I actually had enough clock to get all the way to Tooele, so I went ahead and ran it all the way there. I wanted to get as deep into California as I could on that last shift, so I'd have the best chance. Because I figured if I could at least get to Sacramento on that next shift, then I could come whenever I reload after we do this delivery here. Perhaps there'll be enough time for me to get that load picked up, run it back down by my house, do a at least a 10-hour break at my house, and then get it moving to wherever it's going to. So it's planning ahead. Yeah, running my clock that way. I ended up running from. I got to Tooele, did another 7-hour split there, got rolling again. Had over like 6.5 hours to I forgot to even turn these lights on for you guys to make it easier for you guys to see me. About a 6.5 hour period there, drive time to work with after when I left Tooele. Ended up making it to Mill City, Nevada. I was hoping to get to Fernley before needing to stop, but I just didn't have the clock to get me there. So stopped in Mill City instead. Took a break there, got a nap in, and then ran the route straight from there all the way to Lodi. Maybe you guys might have seen me on Scotty D67's live stream that he was doing yesterday. I ended up on the very last part of that stream. If you check it out if you haven't. All right, this guy is waving me all the way up. Sorry, I thought that guy was waving me up there.
I don't have a door right now, so if you could put your phone number right there, and then you can turn around and park in here. Somebody will call you, tell you where to go.
Turn around and park in the staging room?
Yeah. You're going to make a left, turn around, there's a cutoff up here. Take the last lane, and she's opening up that parking right now.
Oh, appreciate it. Yeah, because last time you guys had a staging lot, it was way down there by the street.
Yeah. That's if you're like super early.
Yeah, it's well, you guys redid this lot. Yeah. It used to be where the staging lot was way down there by Schulte Road. And,
yeah.
All right. Yeah, just phone number only.
Somebody will call you and tell you what door to go to.
Okay. Appreciate it. Alright guys, you got that word there. They don't have a door available, so we're going to go to staging. So yeah, basically we're going to turn back around, and there'll be a driveway right there on the left once we get turned around. Let's get clear of that car before we make our U-turn. Try not to make too tight a turn here because it's easier on the tires on both my tractor and the trailer. Okay, yeah, she's opening it now. Is there a turnaround point where I can use here, or do I need to? Alright. Now, it looks like I'll have to go all the way down to the end and then turn around, so. $4,008. Gotta keep my speed down. Can I get turned around right here? No. I don't know. Maybe if I was in a car I would try it, but alright. Now there's plenty of room here. I could just use the end of the cul-de-sac. Alright, I'm going to need to get myself out of this do not disturb mode too, so That way if they do call me. Well, you guys love backing footage, I guess, so there's always that. Really nobody even in the staging lot, though, so won't be much to see there, I suspect. Alright, so anyway, final as the final beat on that horse, I guess. You guys see, I hope now, why I have a gripe about that whole thing there. You know, you can't tell me I didn't do a 7-hour super berth until after I had already had 7 hours past the end of my shift, minimum. But it was already flagging me before I even got a chance to go home, let alone do a 7-hour sleeper. So. And totally different result also with that break in North Platte. You know, and again, when I got to Lodi, you guys saw me on Scotty's stream. I spent a good 2 hours, actually over 2 hours, in off-duty status in Lodi because when I was on Scotty's stream, I was eating lunch first. Then I ended up on his stream. We were hanging out for a while there, and by the time I was ready to go off duty, it had already been a good 2 hours. Not one bit in time in there. I can barely see that line there that I want to line up with. Yeah, right, just about right there. Oh yeah. Nobody out here. No point in rolling down my window, I guess. Yeah, I was using my hood mirror to try to see where my tandems were in relation to that line over there on that side, and I could see that they were just about to line up just right, and I just got kind of lucky on the timing on that because now I'm usually very deliberate in how I do these setups, but this time around it wasn't quite like that. So come on. No, I want off duty. Alright, so how about we'll continue this when we go to when we're able to dock in, right? Alright guys, we gotta got a load assignment, a door assignment now. It is 5:25 local time, so a little over an hour sitting here. I think it was 373. That's what they said. Double check, get in line here and double check with them. I can't remember if they give buzzers out here or if we just go straight in. Well, these guys all lining up just in one row. There's 2 rows here to use. And the far right row is for Costco trucks, and then then I believe that it should be 2 OTR rows. What are we doing, dude? Start staring in my direction, make me wonder what you're up to. Oh, this is bright. Alright. Okay, usually we end up docking in over the, not this building, but the one that's behind it. Yeah, if I remember right, that's, yeah. Get myself a little bit mixed up on my bearings, but yeah, so we're going to make a right turn here, and then should be a left after that. Yeah, no, a lot of the Costco's, I recall, they give you a buzzer to check out with, but, or check in and out with, but they just told me to go to door 373, so I'm trying, yeah, and I think I remember last time I was here, yeah, I think it's as soon as your door light turns green, you can leave. Now this is a 200 wing here, so that's not even the. This isn't even my my section here. Come on, dude. All right, so we'll have to figure out where 373 is, because usually this building right here that you just saw me come by is normally where I end up docking in at, but I know for sure she said 373. Those are all 100s there. Those are drive-in anyway. Definitely not where I'm going to dock in because I got a beef load. Alright, so I'll probably run high speed until we get over there. So, come on, dude, what are we doing? Alright, over here is 373. Okay, there's not enough room for me to do a U-turn setup, so I'll have to get, should be right here next to this guy, I think. Yeah, right there. I'm going to get turned around and my door's open and we'll dock in over here. I don't know what's with this northern guy though. Okay, he's trying to dock in as well. Great, this guy can't back. And this guy trying to pull out's not going to help that. So the only way this guy's getting in there that easily is because the other guy to his left just pulled out. Wow. Dude, come on. You're already too far to your sight side. You've gone way too far already with those drive tires. Oh, come on. Now there's another truck leaving. This wouldn't be so agonizing if this guy wouldn't take it so damn long. Really not a smart idea to leave when that guy's trying to dock in. Alright, let's get around this guy at least so the shag driver can get around us. Yeah, I'm coming here. I'm just trying to let the shag driver go by. West? Yeah, we're good. So as soon as this Zoom here clears up, I can pull in. There's too much going on here right now. Oh. Come on, dude. Is that guy out of the way?
Yeah.
So I'm not moving if he's over there. Alright guys, so it's a good lesson there. Don't back in with people near you, okay?
We're gonna give you pro status today, man. The lady before you took like 30 minutes to get into the spot. I took like 10 or 15. I don't know what the fuck, but 3 or 4 or 5 trucks had trouble getting into these spots. You come up and nail it. I don't know.
Alright guys, we are done unloading here. It is almost 9:30. Yeah, it's been a while here. 4:15 a.m. appointment time, and it's over 5 hours here. Highly unusual for a Costco delivery. Yeah, I've done countless, well, not countless, but quite a lot of Costco deliveries, including to here several times, along with other locations, and I have never, at one time ever until today, had one where I stayed long enough to even be eligible for detention pay. So this one here is going to be over, what, 3 hours, because it's 2 hours after my appointment time is when I start getting detention pay. So we're looking at what, a little over 3 hours, 3:15 of detention pay eligibility here. That's quite shocking to me, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't know what the story was. I guess they're kind of short-staffed or something. I don't know. I'm not going to complain about it, though. I do have a pre-plan now we'll talk about on the way out of here. Clear. Well, there's no... Somebody trying to... It's just a pedestrian crossing here. There's nobody coming. That stop sign, I think, is really there to make sure people actually do stop for pedestrians when they really are there. Alright. Yeah, I swear they got these lines here for like robot trucks or something to follow or some crap. Yeah, it's like, well, what was that? Some of those movies, what movies have we seen where they do that? Where they fall like it's not like Star Wars or something, is it? I don't recall. Holy crap! How many more shag drivers are coming?
What door, sir?
373.
There you are, sir.
All right, thanks.
Have a great day.
You too. Alright guys, we're gonna pull up here and get our doors shut. I need to send my empty call as well. And we'll head out of here and let you know where we're going next. Alright guys, we are finally ready to leave here. I ended up spending a good half hour here. That's why it pays to look at your bills. So when I was looking at my bills on the basically the receipt thing, whatever they give you here, I noticed there were some shortages reported. 3 different items had shortages. So I had to report those on an OS&D report. And then I had to wait for them to get confirmation that they received it, and they got an OS&D number from them, and before I could send my empty call. Everything's hunky-dory now, though. We're ready to leave. It's where it helps. The communication process really helps a lot. Okay, so I initially sent in the macro. Now, if you're a JCT driver, macro 62, or you hit that OS&D button on your customer, on your consignee, whatever, and it automatically takes you to macro 62. Now, in my case, I had 3 line items, but when you do the macro, it only gives you an option to do 1. So it doesn't really matter. Just do 1 of the items. Mention whatever number of cases or whatever it is, whether it's an overage, shortage, or damage, whatever. Yada, yada, yada. And when you get done with that, just send in, there's an extension that you can text pictures of the bills, and if there's any product on your trailer still, take pictures of that too to show what exactly is in there, including the labels on the product as well, ideally. Send all that in. Text it. Send it by text message to our OS&D number. Then once you get done with that, what I recommend doing is on your Geo tab, send a message to OS&D. Let them know, hey, I just submitted a report, and and pictures have been texted to extension. I think it was 7574 if I recall. I have it on. I actually have it memorized on my phone, so all I have to do is just put JCT OS&D pics on my recipient thing, and then just start sending away, and then put my truck number, trip number, and stop number on there usually as well, so there's no confusion who's sending it. All right, so otherwise it takes the work out of the. All right. Yeah, it takes the guesswork from out of it for them. Because if they just see your phone number sending it, then they're going to have to probably go through the system and figure out, or I don't know for sure, they might have to look in the system to figure out what your, they're doing this again, figure out what truck number is associated with that phone number or whatever, and then have to go through the motions of figuring out what trip number you're on, what stop number you're on, and all that, or they'll just simply ask you for that information. Yeah, it's my past experience too. So just send all that information in when you're sending the text message with the pictures, and then there's no guesswork at all. Then when you then you send that free form message to OS&D, let them know, hey, I just sent this macro 62 in, and I've sent the pictures to the extension. I'll be standing by waiting for OS&D number. And then I send an extra message in to my my dispatch. Let them know what's going on, because you don't want to assume that the message that you sent to the OS&D or the macro 62 is actually going to be seen by them. Even if they are capable of seeing it, there's a chance it can get overlooked. So if you send a message directly to dispatch, let them know, hey, I have an OS&D, I'm already submitted the report and the pictures. Just have to wait for the. I'll be standing by right outside the gate, waiting for them to clear me to leave. So everyone's on the same page. What's going on there? And then that way the OS&D person can do their job, and then because it might take some time. Yeah, I don't. Once you get clearance, what the hell? I thought there was a way I could get around the other way. I used to do that. I've had that area closed before, and I gotta keep my tandems out of this guy's lane. Oh, he's been nice though. Let me pull my map back up because I don't have it on right now. Kind of wasn't really expecting this. Oh, this is horse shit. Because I'm wanting to get on to 205 eastbound. We're going to have to get over, because I don't know. No, I can't get on to 205 from over there. That's what I thought. So, this is bullshit. I'll just go this way. I don't want to deal with the traffic. There are city streets you can take, but it's kind of a pain in the ass dealing with get over to get back up there to 205. Because there are some streets that are truck legal, some that are not, and I don't want to be overshooting this. I don't want to be climbing Altamont Pass just to get back over to 205. That's not going to happen. So we'll just go ahead and take 580 over and cut our way up to 205 that way instead. I'm not going to show you guys that part though. We'll finish this off here. I'm trying to keep this from getting too long. I haven't even told you guys where we're going yet, but I was just trying to resolve that whole OS&D process. If you guys are maybe coming to JCT or new to JCT, or maybe you've been here and just don't have really much for OS&D experience, or maybe you want to know how I do my process compared to your own. Whatever the case. All right, so yeah, everybody on the same page, and then send the end call. All right, so anyway, where are we heading to next? This is a rare occasion where I deliver out here and actually am going out of state to pick up my reload. Every other time I've ever delivered here in Tracy, I usually always either deadhead over towards Salinas and or Gonzales, or I end up in Tulare or Lemoore for cheese loads, or I might end up in the Sacramento Valley area. Like Marysville or Yuba City or that general ballpark. Yeah, someone took a rough ride there. Those skid marks there going off the hill. What a mess. Alright, anyway, yeah, so I've picked up loads up there north of Sacramento before. What else? Well, so this is the first time for me. Won't be the first time at this particular shipper, but it will be the first time going there from this part of this area. Alright, so we're going to be going to a onion shipper in Yerington, Nevada. I can't remember the name of the company, M&S Wholesale or whatever the hell they're called, I can't remember. They're right down the street from where our 95 alternate is at, over there in Yerington. Yerington, if you're not familiar, if you go past Reno and Sparks, you can end up in Fernley. And if you go straight to the south on 95 alternate from Fernley, that'll take you right into Yerington. It's about a 50-mile drive, something like that, from Fernley. Now, Fernley is about a 40 mile drive from Reno, something like that. Somewhere in that ballpark, so it kind of gives you a little bit of an idea what we're dealing with there. Alright, so how will we be heading to next? I'll give you more details on that shipper when I do the video for that pickup. It's not due for pickup until tomorrow afternoon, though. So I'm just going to go ahead and run the deadhead miles across Donner Pass. And I'll probably get over to Fernley, get my trailer washed out over there, fill up my DEF and reefer tanks there as well. I have enough fuel to get over there as well, so I don't have to buy California fuel. So we'll worry about all of that when we get over to Nevada, where the fuel prices are a little bit better. There'll be a blue beacon right next door to the Pilot Travel Center over there, so I can always get washed out there when I'm ready, either today or when I'm ready to pick up tomorrow, whichever. So, all right, and then Anthony, and any of you guys who are also Birds fans, also known as Philadelphia Eagles fans. I'll be over there early enough where I should definitely be able to kick back and watch the game on TV when it comes on, since the Eagles are playing the late game tonight against the Miami Dolphins. Alright, so I'll be enjoying my time with that, and hopefully the Eagles win, but it's going to be a tough one. Miami's got a really damn good team this season, and I'm not super confident, I'll give it that, but our injury report's looking pretty good today overall, so that's helping. Alright, anyway, I'm going to quit babbling. I will see you guys in Yerington on the next one. Alright, thanks for watching, we'll see you then.